Hello guys and girls, I'm Tony Freeman and you're watching Star Wars The Old Republic Shadow of Revan Prelude with Sith Marauder. Before we get started into the storyline, into the combat, I have two things to mention. One, that this is the only part that will have a commentary for the Sith Marauder part. And the second thing that I wanted to mention is that this will also serve as a conclusion to the Prelude of the Sith Assassin. The reason for that is that the recording failed on the third part of the Prelude of the Sith Assassin, and because of that, I was unable to provide the final part of the story. Now here we are on the planet Manan, finishing the story for the third flashpoint.
Welcome back. Once again, you've displayed a skill and determination that few possess.
I've seen worse.
Perhaps I should make proper introductions.
No need to tell me who I'm addressing. I'm Theron Shan, Republic SAS, and your new ally.
If Lana vouches for you, I'll let that be enough. For now.
Fair enough, Sith.
The way we were fooled by Darth Arcus, the same happened to Theron, except with the Colonel.
And between what you found down in that lab and what Lana and I pieced together, I can tell you they're both traitors.
Arcus and Darrok are in league with a dangerous movement, a shadowy cult known as the Order of Revan.
The Order of Revan's no secret to me. I had run-in with them on Drummond Cars.
In an earlier incarnation, perhaps. They seem to have grown strong and bold, very bold. The Order of Revan used to operate in the shadows of Imperial space, but now their ranks include at least one major Republic figure.
That means I can't trust my people and Lana can't trust hers. Present company excluded. And if the Revanites are building an army of cyborgs...
This is Chikaro.
And I am C2D4, former translator to Her Eminence Queen Lena of Onderon.
Hey, Jakaro, how would you feel about helping me track those two down? We'll talk about it. Lana, will you be joining us?
We don't yet know how deep the Revanites' influence runs. I must learn what I can from within the Empire. You've done well here, as expected. We'll speak again soon. Our work here is done.
Okay. So basically, the short version of the story is that they found what's going on with the fact that both the Sith and the Republic have betrayed, and they are working for the cult of the Revanites. Now here we are, we return to the Imperial fleet. I believe for the final flashpoint. As you all know, with the Imperial fleet, the game may be a bit laggy there, so you don't need to adjust your monitors or anything. It's just good old-fashioned let's say high population server lag. I'm currently playing on Tomb of Freedom NAD. My first, actually, it was my first and only server so far. And the fleet has always been a bit busy. Now, getting to the reason why I chose the Sith Marauder over other classes to finish off the Sith Assassin story as well is because I wanted to do the Force user, although those two classes are pretty different from one another. I will go over a bit of the mechanics of the Sith Marauder, but I will do that in between the story phases. Here we are at the meeting spot. Let's see what happens.
I was about to send out a search party.
Sorry, I had to confirm some things before coming to see you. As I suspected, the Order of Revan as it once existed is no more. A bit of a shame, really. The Revanites' pragmatism may have been anathema to the Sith, but there was something appealing about it.
You should know that I was made a Revanite.
After crossing Darth Arcus, I doubt your membership stands. Not that the Revanites of now resemble the group as you understood it. The Order of Revan, as it stands now, doesn't wish to change the Empire from within. It aims to destroy us completely, and the Republic along with us. I've not yet learned why or how, but Theron Shan might. He appears to be rather good at his job.
I hope you know what you're doing, working with the enemy like this. An SIS operative, no less.
After what Arcus has done, after betraying me, the Empire, I'm not eager to trust anyone. I still believe Theron Shan will make a fine ally. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That time we spoke after reclaiming Korriban, I thought we shared something. A connection. Was I wrong?
You aren't wrong. I wasn't sure if I should bring it up now, but I've missed you. I have to go now. There's much yet to uncover about the Revanites' plans, and the formation of this infinite army of theirs. I'll be thinking of you.
Okay, here we are. Now I assume we need to go to the mission departures. Okay. As I said, I will go over a little bit over the class for the people that don't know. Sith Marauder. It's a DPS only evolution possible for the Sith Warrior. Let's see where are the combat proficiencies. I'm sorry. This is Carnage, and we have Annihilation and Fury. All three of them are damage specs, as you can see. Carnage plays pretty interesting. It relies heavily on the Fury build. You build Fury with different strikes and abilities, and those Fury stacks, those Fury stack up until 30 stacks. Once you reach 30 stacks, you can use that Fury to gain a shorter buff. There are 3 buffs that you can get. This is the Bloodthirst. It has a 5-minute cooldown, and as it says, requires and converts 30 stacks of Fury to issue Bloodthirst, increasing all damage and healing done by 10%. This is a very strong group buff. It's also a good solo buff, but it works best in groups. The other 2 buffs, this is the Berserk. Requires and converts 30 stacks of Fury to go Berserk, lasts for 6 charges. And in the Ataru form that we will be using, its effect is it grants 30% alacrity. Each attack consumes 1 charge. The way alacrity works is that our attacks go a lot faster, which means the Ravage, which is an attack that is channeled over 3 seconds with 30% alacrity, goes a lot faster, goes 30% faster. The reason that we need that is that the whole rotation of the spec is based around armor penetration. The Gore, which is an ability that increases armor penetration by 100% for 3 seconds. So the best way to go about the rotation is to gain 30 stacks of Fury, go click on the Berserk, click Gore, and then Ravage and whatever other strikes, Massacre, Force Gleam, whatever other strikes that you can use to while you still have the 100% armor penetration. Okay, let's go into the story for now. That does take a little bit to load.
Glad to see you again, as always, but I'm afraid any further niceties will have to wait. I know I've mentioned before a strange disturbance within the Force, a sort of writhing mass tied to Darth Arcus. I thought I'd use my connection to Arcus to seek out others tied to the disturbance, Revanites working against us from within. I found a few.
If we could convince them they were wrong to betray the Empire, they'd be compelled to help us.
It's too late for that. From what I've been able to gather, it's clear their devotion to the Order of Revan is unshakable. Theron Shan helped me decipher coded messages between the Revanites. Due to interference on Manaan, they've accelerated their schedule.
Now that they know they're up against us, who could blame them?
Darth Arcus is intelligent, manipulative, and immensely powerful. We mustn't get overconfident. There's another way to stop Arcus. Theron's traced his activities to Rakata Prime. He and Colonel Darroch are building their infinite army. And there's more. The implants they're using, they're made from pieces of the Starforge.
The Starforge? There was a machine on Nar Shaddaa that was built from it.
I'd heard rumors. It required virtually nothing to create almost anything. That was the Starforge's power as well. The Starforge was a force-imbued, self-sustaining shipyard, Rakatan. It was destroyed centuries ago, but the Revanites have recovered some of the wreckage. Its technology makes the soldiers nearly immortal, seizes their minds as well, placing them under the Revanites' full control.
We need to learn how they accomplished this. It could prove useful to us.
Indeed, it could. Theron and Jakara are waiting for us planetside. The sooner we depart for Rakata Prime, the better.
Okay, so here we have Solo Flashpoint, Legacy of the Rakata, which is the last flashpoint of the Prelude. Now, as I said, we went over the Berserk. The third and final buff is the called Predation. Requires again 30 stacks of Fury, increasing movement speed by 50% and melee and range effects by 10%. This is, again, it's a buff, it's a movement and a little utility buff if you want. It's pretty good for groups. And I usually spam it when I want to move a lot faster, and I just if I solo content, I would much rather just use Predation and then move faster from one pack of mobs to other pack of mobs rather than going Berserk and having like little alacrity. Although for bosses and for elite mobs, it's pretty good to save those 30 stacks of Fury. Now, as I said, this is as far as the Sith Assassin video goes, because from this point on I lost audio. Hopefully it's not the case here and we can have a full video of the flashpoint.
Jakaro, D4.
Jakaro! Display at least a modicum of respect.
Hey, we're set to move on the Temple of the Ancients when you are.
That's the traitor's base of operations?
Yeah, the Rakata designed the Starforge in that temple thousands of years ago. Now it's Arcus and Derek's grunt factory.
Theron and I will be monitoring your progress from Jakaro's ship. We'll assist you as we can, keep you apprised of matters.
Yo, what? Jakaro, I agreed to no such thing. Wait, was this the talk with Agent Shan you powered me down for?
Should warn you, it's a rough road to the temple. The area's lousy with tribal Rakatans more than happy to fight. Found that out the hard way.
Wonderful! We're all going to die! Wonderful!
Remain focused and all will be well. I'm sure of it. We'll be in touch soon.
Okay, here we go. Let's summon our robot. There we go. Combat support trade. As you know, when you do this prelude the first time, every flashpoint that are part of the story, you gain a support droid. The problem is that if you log out or if you stop in the middle of the flashpoint, you lose the ability to restart and do it solo. And because of that, you need to go into a group, do the normal tactical flashpoint, and so on, so you can continue your story. One of thing about this class is that it also has stealth, like the Sith Assassin. Sadly, it's called Force Camouflage, and we become difficult to detect, and it only lasts for 6 seconds. Now the problem with it is that we won't be able to avoid most of the fights in this flashpoint, sadly. I think we will be able to avoid this one though, let's see. Yeah, but we'll probably have to fight here. Yep, that's sad. As you see, I already have 30 stacks of Fury, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Predation buff. And I have increased movement speed. And again, like I said, it's not very much, but for 9 seconds it does go a little bit faster. I don't know why I attacked that dude, but I did, so. Oh my. I just got thrown off the cliff. But as you can see, my party, which means my companion and the droid, are more than equipped to
We've
handle
hoped
it.
to avoid much of the tribal area, but the terrain doesn't appear to be cooperating with us. You'll have to pass through the Rakatan settlement to get to the temple. It's further along the beach.
Okay. Speaking of companions, my companion is Jaisa Wilson.
About time.
The class is a Sith Inquisitor, or combination, mix, a Jedi Shadow if you want, because she used to be a Jedi.
This is so much fun.
And it's a mix just like the Sith Assassin between melee and range abilities. These are her stances. This is the armor penetration stance. This is the bleed stance, if you want to call it like that. It's a stance where every attack that she deals has a chance to deal additional internal damage. And other than that, she has her attack, passive, and spells. She also has where was it? She has a blade ward, increases parry and deflections by 50%, but sadly it's on the same cooldown with her offensive buff, which increases her critical chance. I usually just leave all her abilities on auto use, and I don't do much. I don't really stay and control her unless it's a really hard fight or something that really requires my attention. I don't micromanage companions in general, except if it's to heal them, or of course if I'm on a class able to heal them.
Needs a challenger. If you're going to get past them, you'll have to give them a show they'll never forget.
Okay, first boss fight. Here we are to defeat the... Oh, but first we have a lot of ads, a lot of little revenue skirmishers or whatever. Oh, savage skirmishers, I'm sorry. And here we are, ready to start the fight. Now as you can see, I have the Berserk ready to use, and I'm going to use it as soon as we enter the fight. But I'm going to use it on the handler. Maybe I can find him. No, he's not yet in the fight, okay. Okay, there we go. War Chief Recta. That's about it. Let's see if I can inherit my companion, yeah, to attack the warship instead of the big angry monster. And once again my berserk is up. I have no idea if this warship is male or female. I'm hoping it's a male, because that would be one of the... To be honest, I can't really discern between the male Rafandas and the female Rafandas. So that's why I said that. For the people here for the first time in that flashpoint, the best thing to do is always mind this big guy. Avoid his swipe attacks, which can be seen like this. It's a red line if you want, a red line in front of him, which also shows the area where he will attack. That's about it. That's the first boss. I see. Oh, so we go here.
Sensors are showing a lot of movement in the temple. The Revanites are mustering their defenses. Derek and Artis are almost somewhere. Just keep moving.
I have to say that I was a little disappointed when the recording software that I was using to do the Sith Assassin part failed. It was a little disappointing. Mostly because I wanted a complete playthrough with commentary.
About time.
Sadly, that's not possible.
Haste not light.
But we have this playthrough, so I guess it's okay. Let's see how many fights we can avoid. Oh, okay. We're gonna wait a little bit for the force camouflage to be up, and we're gonna use it with rocket boost, which means that we will move at a high speed with stealth like we have been so far. So let's go. Yay! It worked. And I think it's just about time to...
Revanite chatter. Somewhere near you, they've discovered a hidden store of Rakata weapons. See that they don't get the chance to use them.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna reach the second boss, but it appears we have a few more levels to complete. Should go over pretty quickly though. Now, like I said, one of the biggest differences between the Sith Assassin and Marauder is that this class truly shines has when it's in combat, I guess. I mean, it has very few moments where it can start the combat strong, start with a buff already, or I don't know how to explain this correctly. Most classes have a very strong start, or have very strong abilities that they can use right from the start, while this class builds its damage over time, regardless of the spec. Of course, that can be... people that will watch this can and have more experience with the Sith Marauder can say if I'm right or wrong about it. But I do feel like most other classes start a lot stronger. They just start the combat a lot stronger. While the Marauder shines when a few seconds into the fight have passed. And he builds his fury, the procs go, he can use predation, he can use berserk, and so on. Of course, we have this. Frenzy enters a Furious Frenzy, immediately building 30 stacks of Fury, which is a cooldown that he can use to immediately gain 30 stacks and to immediately start the fight strong, if you want, with a Berserk or whatever, a Predation or even a Bloodthirst. But that's once every 3 minutes, so... I also used to play the Annihilation spec. It was pretty... which is I think it was a Blitz spec. Although I feel they changed the names just a little bit. Saber Strength, Literate. Yeah, the Annihilation, yeah. They didn't change anything, my bad. Sorry, it's been even longer since I played this class. I leveled up during the Prelude, the flashpoints. Mostly because I too have logged out after doing the first two and quitting in the middle of the third, so I was forced more or less to do the... I quit the whole story and we did everything with a group, which was tedious and boring. Because quite frankly, it goes a lot faster when you solo this. Of course, with the solo flashpoint buff, with the robot and everything.
Together a welcoming party for you. More of those cyborgs.
Okay, the second boss is Commander Rand. The way the fight works is that during the fight, he will go up and the small mobs usually go on your healer. They start killing your healer. It's a very good idea if you plan to help your group to kill the little ads before focusing your damage on the... Okay, I'm assuming I'm not supposed to stand in that red thing. I didn't manage to squeeze. I was trying to do a gore and then a ravage. I'm pretty sure I didn't got the full attack during the ravage. It's okay. Okay, so everything that we do is absorbed, and we need to kill the small mobs in order to make him come down. That's also a very good point because I've seen The other times that I did this flashpoint with groups and stuff, I've seen main classes still continuing to try to kill the boss. That's not going to happen, so we just need to kill the boss first. And now the boss is down. And hopefully it will stay down. Yes. Okay.
Once you reach the main conscription site, open a line on the control console. Theron can slice it remotely that way.
Okay. So we are to access the inner temple door. Hopefully no more fights.
That's it, we're in. Theron?
Okay, according to the structural plans, the only way to get at the head Revanites is through that conscription center. The cyborgs are dormant for now, but they're set to go on high alert once they detect you. The console overload will fry them from the inside. Nope, can't work the power safeties from here. You'll have to do the honors.
A sound plan. Theron, why can't I get this sensor to work?
Because Jacaro isn't a big fan of upkeep. Probably a dead relay, I'll check it out.
Now that he's gone, might I recommend not doing as Theron suggests? An overload would destroy the data as well. The Empire might want its own infinite army someday. You would have to fight those cyborgs, but...
So here we are at the first and I think only dark side versus light side choices that we have during this flashpoint. Now, the way that are represented is the dark side would say that it wants to kill all the cyborgs, and the light side would want to keep the cyborgs. Now, the way I see it, I think it's reverse, because the dark side would try to continue the abomination and try to make more soldiers, while the light side would be merciful and end their torments and kill them. Because of that, I'm gonna choose the light side, although I play dark side. I just feel that the logic of a dark side person, the logic of a dark side playthrough, is to have as much army as possible to gain as many weapons as possible, and that's the way to do it.
There goes any concern of you getting too cozy with the Republic spy.
Make no mistake, I serve the Empire.
As do I. We'll do this your way.
Hey, what happened? Why is the console still running?
We couldn't make it work. The room will have to be traversed the hard way.
Are you sure? What did you try?
Everything.
If you say so. Hey, those sensor relays were fine, by the way. Not sure what the problem is.
Was. The sensor appears to be working again.
And here we are. Most likely we would have to face, yeah, all of them.
So much
That was a very, very short fight.
We're seeing movement on the temple roof. Might be Derek and Arcus trying to make an escape. Looks like they've got a shuttle. We can shoot it down if we have to, but I'd rather take them in for questioning if you can. Hurry!
The warning that you see, you're very close to reaching 350,000 credits maximum is because I no longer have a subscription active, and the non-subscribers have a credit limit, and any credit that they gain over that limit just goes into their escrow, as you can see here. It's not really, I'm not going to go into the whole economics of the game though. Just know that it's nothing too serious. I mean, you could always just activate your subscription and use the more credits that you gain as a non-subscriber. Anyway, here we are at the door and at our last encounter.
Wait! Jakaro still wishes to confront the men who betrayed him and left us for dead. As would I, actually.
Come on, then. What's the matter, Arcus? Shuttle not ready yet?
We Revanites went through a great deal of trouble to reach this point in our campaign. For you to hamper our progress, it's regrettable. You, Lana, you were never anything more than pawns to us. Important pawns, but pawns all the same.
Even among the most deceitful of the Dark Council, you stand out as a spectacular cretin, Arcus.
Insults? Ugh, it's no surprise that's all you're capable of. This grotesque alien beast does have it partly figured out. Indeed, I won't cooperate, but I'm not fleeing. We will stand our ground and put an end to your perpetual interruption. Colonel?
Was he hiding? I think he was hiding, but I don't know why.
If you could see what we were doing, what we want for the galaxy, but you can't see, you'll just have to die.
Okay, the last boss fight for the sake of explaining the flashpoint from a group perspective. What we have here is there are two bosses. He is immune to taunt, so he will attack whoever he wants, the Colonel Derek. There, of course, they have the boss immunity, which means they cannot be incapacitated and they cannot be interrupted, both of them. The way I would go with it, and the way I would go with the group, I would kill the Darth Argos first, because he's more squishy, he's a sorcerer and easier to kill, and simply because the Derek will just hit everyone he wants until he will hit anyone he wants, but he also, I think, he hits a lot less than the sorcerer.
We're finishing this here and now.
I can't wait.
Sweet vengeance!
You have them, Arcus.
Also, another thing is that usually when you reach a high level in this game, you have a legacy box. You can use your legacy to access spells from other characters if you unlock other characters. I don't usually do that unless it's absolutely necessary, which is not the case here, obviously.
They're yours, Derek. them, Arcus! You're dead! You think you'll walk away from this? Impossible.
Okay.
It can't be.
What then?
You've got to do better than that.
That's it.
The plan!
And we got a waistcoat. Ah. We do have a better one, so.
Arcus and Darok were never going to be taken alive. They were never going to talk.
I felt Darth Arcus's passing. This is an unfortunate turn.
Yes, you did. What a relief.
Blasted, those two were running a show. They were our best hope of exposing the Revanites.
No, they weren't in charge. The disturbance in the Force, I still feel it. It's arrived.
We got company, ships, capital-sized, whole bunch of them. Can't tell if they're yours or ours, but one of them's dropping in to visit.
As important as Arcus and Derek were to the cause, their deaths won't stop us. They won't even slow us down.
That voice. I've heard it before.
It's Revan.
I almost had the infinite army I wanted so badly. But even without them, I have enough.
You seem rather alive for someone who's supposed to be a corpse.
Oh, I was dead. For all of a blink. I've been reborn. My mind is clearer, my power intensified. And now, with the order under my command, I'm unstoppable.
You were telling me the Revanites weren't always under your control.
At first, I wanted nothing to do with them. I was no prophet. Then I saw them in a new light. A secret group of devotees waiting to follow my lead without question, to help me save the galaxy. I was a fool to ever disregard them. I finally let the Revanites into my world. A world you have to be erased from.
Turbo lasers are locking on! Get out of there!
Yeah, let's do as I say.
Take the shuttle.
Yeah, let's get out of here. This is the shuttle. And here we are, completing the last flashpoint. I have to say, I'm very curious what comes after this, because this was just the prelude of the storyline. So there's more to come after this. I haven't yet played it though on any character, but I'm pretty sure it would be interesting. I mean, Revan is back. I'm a big fan of Revan. Sadly, I don't think we can actually join him, although I would personally. But anyways, let's go on with the story. There's no one here. Oh, the data bed. So they want us to meet on Manan. And of course we gain a free shuttle pass to advance the story. Now for those of you who want to do this whole prelude, know that if you're a subscriber at the time of doing it, you also get special rewards and you get a full set. I think it's item level 162. I'm not sure about that though. But what I do know is that you gain a full set. Every flashpoint offers at the end chest, legs, feet, whatever else that you need. So it's a good idea if you plan to play as a subscriber, at least for a longer time, to do that before you start the prelude, because otherwise, even if you purchase the prelude and if you're not a subscriber, you won't get those rewards.
You made it.
The way Revan was laying waste to that place, I wasn't sure you'd come out of it in one piece.
What are you talking about? I'm hardly in one piece.
Anyway, my point is, I'm glad you got out of there. Any ally right now is a welcome ally.
I don't want to deal with you any more than I have to. Leave.
You're a real piece of work, you know that? I helped save you. Twice!
Theron, please.
Yeah, fine. Whatever. Come on, Jakaro. Lana, when you're done, we can start picking out backwaters to go lie low in.
Some good news. I was able to extract a good amount of data from the Infinite Army conscription console. Unfortunately, we can't possibly hand it over to our Imperial colleagues. The Revanites have just proven they're everywhere. Jakaro's had 12 death sentences declared on him. Theron's been disavowed by the SIS. And the Empire's placed a bounty on my head for the murder of Darth Arcus.
Whoever's behind this will answer to me. Everyone will know you're innocent.
I appreciate that, Roth. I do. But you can't fight this. Our names can't be cleared unless we expose the Revanites. And we can't expose the Revanites without knowing who to expose. The way forward is clear. Theron, Jakaro, and I are going underground. We'll find a way to uncover Revan's plan and stop him.
3 fugitives on the run against a vast conspiracy that spans 2 galactic powers. Have you lost your mind?
I am as lucid as ever, and I say we can. You'll have your own role to play in this, of course. Right now, you are the closest thing the Empire has to a soul, Roth. Without you, they'll forget themselves, fall apart. Be who you are. But be observant, and tell no one the truth about us or what you know. Above all, do not try to contact me.
Okay, let's miss her.
I wish you didn't have to go.
It won't be easy for me either. Just know that I'll be thinking of you. All our fates ultimately rest in your hands. Remember that.
Okay, this is it. Now, Shadow of Revan is going to be in another vid. For now, I think I'm gonna end the vid here. I'm Tony Freeman, and you watched Star Wars: The Old Republic, Shadow of Revan Prelude with Sith Marauder. As always, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.